Well, you know, Ann, you've got, in addition to what we just saw Dick Cheney say, Orrin Hatch said just a few days ago right here on Fox News, the terrorists are going to throw everything they can between now and the election to try to elect Kerry. Orrin Hatch saying the terrorists are favoring Kerry for president, as if they have a dog in that race. Isn't that a little over the top, even for you?
No, don't you think they are?
No, Ann, I really don't. And you really think that's appropriate rhetoric in a campaign to say the terrorists want Democrats elected?
I don't think it's rhetoric. I think it's true. Democrats are not particularly harsh with our enemies. The Kerry and with the Democrats generally in intelligence, they've spent 30 years hamstringing our intelligence agencies, hamstringing the CIA, starting with the Church Commission. Yes, and Kerry is worse than all of them. But this is, I mean, there's one particular party that has put all sorts of regulations and rules and laws that make it impossible for the CIA to do its job. We have the worst intelligence agency in the world, and one party is responsible for that. Duties, but I just want to clarify to Michael, I'm not blaming the Democrats for 9/11 alone. I'm blaming them also for the Cole bombing, for the embassy bombings, for 20 years of attacks that have not been stopped. It is indisputable that it is because of regulations that came post-Watergate, when Congress was made up of two parties, Democrats and radical Democrats. But secondly, well, as with all of these disputes, how about Kerry release his records? He won't release his tax records. He won't release his records from the military, giving us a little more detail about his records and these alleged Purple Hearts. And now he won't allow the Intelligence Committee to release what meetings he went to.
You know, Michael Brown, we have the most...
release the records.
We have the most... And indeed, if they're going to convict, and they probably will convict Saddam Hussein, doesn't that conviction hold more weight, and isn't it more credible if indeed it's done with the due process we know and understand in this country?
And I just like how all the same criminal defense attorneys go from defending O.J. to defending Clinton to defending Saddam Hussein.
All the American people who don't support him dumb?
No, I think, as I indicated in my last book, they're traitors. There's all these nuts coming out.
But do you think...
No, I think Al Gore is nuts, and I think it would have been polite if you guys had told us that before you ran for president. I can understand that Bill Clinton drove him to this. At least he has a defense.
I see. Now,
I was in the White House with Bill Clinton. Right. Give me a break. I'm nuts.
Hold on, Jenny. I want to ask very directly. Is that over the top?
I don't know. Do you disagree that he's a scumbag?
Is that over the top?
Do you disagree that he's a scumbag?
Don't answer my question with a question.
But I think that gets to the heart of it. Do you disagree with him factually?
Yes, I disagree with him factually.
Is that you?
And you're ducking my question. Is it or is it not over the top?
I think it's factually correct. I don't think you could win.
It is an opinion. It is name calling.
I don't think you could win a slander suit on that.
Look, there you go. Again, it's a double standard. It is. It's a double standard of the Republicans.
Wait, this man raped a woman.
Oh, that's not been proven. Wait.
Interns in the White House, and then he lied about it and committed felonies.
Where do you come up with accusing
and you're trying to compare that to going to war in Iraq, which your presidential candidate voted for.
Where do you come up? Where do you come up accusing somebody of committing a felony that's not been convicted in a court of law? Where do you come off saying that?
You're allowed to do that. That's absurd. I mean, this idea that you can't talk about something. What, did O.J. kill Nicole Simpson? You can say that someone...
He doesn't believe it.
You're just deciding... You're deciding to accuse somebody of a felony without being convicted in a court of law. That's outrageous.
And it is not outrageous, and I think it's outrageous for people to act as if you can only speak the way our criminal justice system works. No, you cannot be put in jail unless it's been proven.
And you duck my question on Dan Burton.
I think I'd put Pelosi's statement more in the category of my prior book, Slander. I have a whole chapter on this incredibly crucial argument of Democrats against Republicans, you're stupid. And that is basically what Nancy Pelosi's argument comes down to. I mean, I don't really see where she is pointing to the lack of judgment and competence and so on. It's just a long way of saying George Bush is stupid.
But do you think that, like, as I personally, I don't know how that's not treasonous when you say more young Americans need to die over in Iraq.
Yeah, I think it's hard to get around that. No, they root against their own country. I mean, I think that is an unavoidable conclusion.